So make sure you stay after my training. There will be Eric Wong introducing how development in the city and also the commercial development buy and sell. He will be doing a presentation on commercial side of things, and make sure you stay. So today, our topic is prospecting versus marketing. Everyone knows doing a business as a realtor, you need to do both, right? But a lot of people are focused marketing instead of prospecting because they don't like to go out and meet people directly. They just stay home, stay behind a computer and text, right? That's not fully functional. As a realtor, you have to understand how prospecting and marketing works and how to do lead generation. So basically what we're teaching for marketing and prospecting, another word is for lead generation, is how do you generate lead, right? But a lot of people don't even know what does lead generation mean. What is lead generation, right? Lead generation is basically you reach out to people and deliver a message and ask them to call you or getting them to submit their contact information so you can go out and meet them or call them, right? So this way, you'll have more clients. So what is the product you're selling? Basically, you're selling yourself and you're the company image, right? So that's why a lot of times the first step I would ask people is to take a professional portrait. So if you do not have a professional portrait done, make sure you take a great photo. To put some makeup and gel your hair and go to the Photoshop and take a great photo, because that photo will follow you probably 10 to 20 years. So make sure before the client sees you, they see your pretty photo. So if you have any question during the seminar, please use the chat function and text me. So that way I can answer your question right away. And because you're the company image, so everything you do represent your company. The company, what I mean, is yourself. Because, for example, Luxmore has their marketing and imaging done. But for each realtor, you have to do your own company image, which is your face, how you dress. And for that purpose, you have to dress up professionally every day. Just like our first photo here, you have to dress up professionally, okay? So everything you do, everything you talk, it must be professional. So if you can see the photo on the left, you see prospecting, right? And you'll see here, it says face-to-face, email, webinar, network, referrals, contact, social media, cold calling, advertising, email, relationships. That's all the things you have to do for prospecting. And prospecting and marketing are a bit different. And marketing is more like So this is everything you do. So marketing is more like, marketing is more like a passive way of doing things. You write advertising, you do a lot of things behind the scene. Not everybody knows. Everybody's trying to not talking to strangers. I find that very strange because as a salesperson, you're supposed to talk to strangers, right? You're supposed to, um, you know, meet people, meet new people, go to seminars, go to workshops, go to meetups. If you Google meetups, there's a lot of software for you to go to meetups. And so you are the product. You have to do your own image. You have to make your image very professional, attractive to people who never met you. Okay, that's the first impression because people give first impression to everybody. Okay, if you do not have a first impression that attract people, they will not call you. They will not give you a chance to work with them. So that is very important. Okay. So what is prospecting anyway? So prospecting is an active way of reaching out to people, to your potential client, and constantly calling them, meeting them, and maybe have a coffee, have dinner, or invite them to an event, and build up your database and follow up. Database I've mentioned in every single training. So I don't know if any one of you building up your database, how many people you can call out to when you have a new listing or when you have an opportunity for them to invest. How many people do you have? All right. So building relationship is not in one day. People don't give you a trust in just one day unless you're really, really good at it. So building a relationship is a long-term thing. So you have to keep contacting them, meeting them, and maybe go out, have fun with them, right? Have some barbecue or dinner, right? So that's how you build up relationship with people. And getting referrals. Referrals are coming from people who trust you. If you cannot get people to trust you, then you cannot get referrals. That's why a lot of referrals can have much higher success rate. So if you have referrals, it is much easier to close a deal when you're dealing with strange client, cold client. And you have to maintain the relationship. What I mean is ask yourself, how long you have been in business? When was the last time you talked to your past client? When was the last time you called your first client? Are they still your client or are they someone else's client now? Okay. Did you maintain a relationship with all your past clients? So there are different ways of doing prospecting. Number one is cold calling. Cold calling is always on the list. Okay. A random call, I don't recommend, but for someone who doesn't have anything to do, you can do random call. But random call is not recommended because it's very, very low efficiency. But expired listing, very important. Expired listing, you can do door knock and cold calling because door knock and cold calling expired listing because those people want to sell, right? You want to go to those people who has motivation. But those expired listings, they may lose faith on selling because they may think, oh, I chose three realtors fail. Are you going to be the realtor success sell their home? You have to give them confidence, right? You have to, sometimes they lost confidence. They don't want to sell. They want to take off the market, but you have to give them confidence. Okay. So those are the people you have to call and door knock and some targeted. For example, your client walks on the street and found a house they really like. They want to buy. How do you find the owner? What you do is go door knock and see if the owner is living there. If there's a tenant, then you have to talk to the tenant, see if you can find the owner. If the tenant doesn't give you the phone number to the owner, then you have to search on title search, find out where the owner's living, right? Networking. So you have to go out to friends and family parties, meetup events, seminars, and even set up a booth at a flea market or in a soccer team, sponsor a soccer team and or sponsor a baseball team, like children's baseball team, right? It's not expensive to sponsor one of those, and you can meet all the parents. And sphere of influence. Sphere of influence is who you deal with on a daily basis, like who does your laundry, who cuts your hair, who sells your insurance, or people like that. So you have to maintain a good relationship with them so they can refer you business. I once talked to an agent. I asked them, he's a Caucasian and he's very energetic and he does sports. He told me he gets all his business from sponsoring a children's baseball league and baseball team, and he's the coach there. He coaches the children how to play baseball, and he meets all the parents, and he gets all the business from those parents. So those are some of the ways to think about approaching strange clients, right? So you have to think different way. How do you get people to talk to you, right? After you talk to them, you build a relationship, you build trust, you build rapport, and then you will have business and referrals. So prospecting, go out and use your shoes and foot, walk on the street, talk to people, not just stay behind the screen. So where to prospect? Who are your target clienteles, right? If you're selling luxury homes, of course, go to Vancouver Whiteside and door knock. And if you're targeting business owners, and you go out and just go to the restaurant or go to any business and ask to meet the owner, right? That's how I started business. When I started business, I walk on the street every day. I walk in every stores and ask to talk to the owners. And I introduce to them, I'm a commercial realtor. I do business buy and sell. I can help you expand your business. Of course, you don't want to ask them if they want to sell, right? They will kick you out. So you tell them you can help them find a new location if they need it, right? And you ask for their contact. You build up your database. And when they need you, of course, you leave your business card, or sometimes you leave your calendar with them. For business owner, everybody needs a calendar, right? You have a calendar with your name, phone number on it. They'll keep it for a year, right? So every year you send those your contact list a calendar, so they will leave your phone number on their desk for the next year. And also, if your clients are database, just call them and try to meet them, buy them coffee, buy them breakfast, or buy them lunch, right? You have to eat anyways. So why not eat with someone who can give you a business? What is marketing? A lot of people just thinking marketing is spending money putting ads on newspapers. That's the old traditional way, right? Everybody knows it works, but very expensive. And it's passive way. You put an ad out and you wait for fish to bite the hook. And if you ask very, very top 1% agents, how many leads are coming from their advertising? They probably don't track that. And that's not good, because when you're doing marketing, you have to track everything. Which network works, right? If somebody call you and say, hey, I want to buy a house, or I want to see your listing, first question you're going to ask them is, where did you see my phone number from, right? You want to know where they got your phone number from. You want to know what kind of a method of marketing works, okay? So marketing is deliver a message to the public. Basically, you have to make this message very attractive for people to call you, right? And who are the audience? Same thing. You have to have a target audience to talk to. You cannot talk to everybody. It doesn't work, right? Are they working class, retired people, student, or housewife, or professionals? You have to target your audience. And also, the purpose of this message? Are you asking them to call you, or are you providing a knowledge, tips, or are you trying to make an impression for them to remember you, or are you asking them to register on a seminar, or are you sending out an invitation to a party, right? And what channels are you using? Are you using just newspaper or Facebook and other social media, or even Google Ads? And how much are your budget? You have to budget your marketing cost, right? For example, if you make 100,000 a year on sales, you cannot have a marketing over 50%, right? So 50% is too high. Unless you just started your business, you have to use all your income into marketing to grow your business. That's a different case. For people just started, like me, I spent almost all my money on two things. Number one is to take every course in the board. And number two is to advertise, right? So I learned the difficult way because I wasted a lot of money on advertising, which I found was totally unnecessary and not working because my advertising was not properly designed and they are not effective at all. I found probably 80% of my client came from referrals and prospecting, not from my marketing. So I was pretty bad at marketing. If you do marketing, try to hire somebody professional to do it for you unless you're an expert doing marketing. Okay, so there are three types of marketing. One is called intrusive. Intrusive is the way, for example, you post an ad saying, call me, call me, call me, right? That's called intrusive. Another one is called seductive. Seductive is like you're showing a house, like you're showing a listing to people. People are attracted. They want to see the house. They saw the photo, they saw the video, they love it. They want to see the house. You're attracting people to your listing. And of course, the last one, the best one is always word of mouth. It's basically low cost, free, and more trust. So word of mouth is the best way. So different ways of marketing is online marketing, of course, and offline marketing. So now offline marketing are the traditional way. It works, but it's really expensive. For example, if you have a one page of real estate ad in a newspaper, it'll cost you anywhere from probably the cheapest I think is $1,000, and if you post on Vancouver Sun's, probably going to cost you $5,000 to $8,000, probably cheaper than that, but really, really expensive. And flyers, just listed flyers, information updates. Those flyers, they cost you probably 10 to 15 cents to print, and it'll cost you maybe 30 cents, or if you have volume build up, they will give you a discount, probably 10 to 15 cents for just flyers. That means about roughly 30 cents per flyer. So if you're sending out 1,000 flyer, that's about how much? $300 per drop flyer, right? If you're sending out to a condo, each condo could be 200-300 flyers. And if you're sending it to a house, a neighborhood is probably 1,500 people in a neighborhood, in a postcode neighborhood. You probably have to send out 1,500 flyers. And also bus benches. Bus benches are a way of advertising, and it's called intrusive because you're putting your face and phone number out, and you're trying to make an impression and hoping people will call you when they need the service, right? But it's very expensive too. So if you buy like 10 bus benches, it's gonna be cheaper. They give a discount, but still, each bus bench is about $300. If you buy more, they probably give you cheaper discount. And billboards too. Billboards is like over 1,000 at least. And sponsorships, right? If you want to sponsor a concert, right? At the beginning, they will give you they will give you advertising beginning of the sponsor, beginning of the concert. When the people are sitting down, they look at your commercial. And that's one way. It's also called intrusive because you're putting your name, your phone number out. Intrusive advertising is the lowest and lowest in efficiency. And seductive and word of mouth are the two higher efficiency way of marketing and much cheaper. For example, online, you can do social media. For example, you put out an ad for invitation for people to register for your seminar, right? That's you're offering some knowledge, free knowledge, free seminars. You're offering free seminars, or you offer bring people free event to your open house, free food, free drinks. Probably people are attracted to that, right? So, and social media are very, very cheap. You can spend probably $5 a day and you reach thousands people. And same as Google ad and the website. Of course, you have to have a professional website done, introducing yourself as a product, and your online videos of your listings, right? It's expensive, but this listing can be played hundreds, thousands of times, and people can look at the video and think of you as a professional realtor because they do not know you. And when they see the video, if the video made properly and professionally, they would think you as a professional realtor too, right? That's image. That's your company image. So target audience, same thing. Basically, everything is the same for past clients, referral, cold calls, database. For past clients, you have to give them a lot of information, keep them in contact, and show them those secrets you do for people who doesn't know, give them some secret in the real estate industry. They will be happy. There will be loyalty. And for referral client, you have some trust already. So show them some different perspective. They may think perspective A, and you show them B, C, D. There's so many professional knowledge that you have, they don't. So show them different perspective. They will think you as a professional realtor. For someone who referred them to you, it's totally worth it, okay? For cold clients, you have to wow them and show them value, right? They don't know you. You have to wow them with your professional knowledge, and you have to show them value, how much you worth to them, right? If you just a normal realtor, they can pick any normal realtor. What are you providing them with more value? That's you have to think about. And also database. It's always database. Put all the phone numbers in it and contact them constantly before they forget you, because there are so many realtors out there, right? And everybody probably knows 3 to 5 realtors in their life, and you're not one of them, or you could be one of them. So you have to keep contacting them before they forget about your name. What to do after getting a lead, right? You, again, build a database, detailed database, name, phone number, email, birthday, if they have any family member, what's their anniversary, how old are their kids, when are their birthdays. You find all kinds of excuse to reach out to them. What if you drop by and gift at their anniversary or their kid's birthday? The client will have a really good impression about you and establish further relationship with you, right? That's how you establish relationships, making friends. Building client relationship, that's you have to build little bit by little bit. It doesn't build in one day. And maintain, this is the most important, maintaining your client relationship. Maintaining client relationship, you spend so much money getting the client and spending so much money doing advertising. If you don't maintain your client relationship, you just throw all those money in water, right? And last is ask for referral. When they have trust in you, they will give you a referral business, okay? And this is how I do a, Excel. Just It's very easy. Building database, Excel, cheap, free. You can do it on Google Sheet. It's totally free, right? And MailChimp is good, but if you have too many clients, over 250 clients, then you have to pay for this service, but it's totally worth it. And Top Producer is kind of old CRM, but some people like it, but I don't. And Buffini and Copper. Copper is the best one I've used so far, and they're not so expensive. And their interface are very user-friendly, very easy to use, and easy to learn. If you have a lot of client, if you're dealing with a lot of buyers, if you're dealing with a lot of pre-sale, and if you're dealing with a lot of listings, you must use Copper. It's a very good software. Anyways, and if you don't know how to use them, go to YouTube. Everything is in YouTube. Like how to use Excel, how to use MailChimp. Type in YouTube, you'll learn everything there. Okay. And plus, you can search my channel on YouTube as well. Just search under Vancouver Real Estate Knowledge. Vancouver Real Estate Knowledge. You will find my channel. Okay. Why is database important? I don't have to say this anymore, but repeat, right? Most important prospecting tool, client referrals and potential buyer or seller. And 10% of your past client either buy or sell or referral you a client, right? If 100 past client, 10% of them will refer your business, you get 10 deals a year, right? So you have to build up your database and maintain the relationship so they still remember you, they'll trust you, they still like you, so they will give you a referral business. The best way of getting business is by referral. It's not by advertising, because you spend so much money on advertising. Why don't you spend all of that money on maintaining your client relationship? Buy them a gift card, buy them a coffee, buy them a dinner, right? Put a client appreciation party every year, right? So you have to use that money somewhere more efficient. So I don't have to explain. I know I keep explaining why database is important, but it's really important. So you can know you want to be the agent who calls them on their birthday, right? You want to be the agent who call them and let them know an investment opportunity. You want to be the agent they remember first name by, right? A lot of people, they don't remember your name because you're just another agent to them, but you have to be the agent to them. You have to be the agent they go to. You have to be the agent they call and ask questions they rely on. Okay, you're not the other agent. What is a database? Basically, you put your client database in it, birthday, name, phone number, and categorize them. What kind of opportunity you may have. You mean they want to buy residential, commercial, or this client, are they a builder, are they an investor, are they seller, or are they buyer, right? You have to make a category. And also client needs, what do they need, right? They want to upsizing, they want to downsizing, they want to buy investment, right? And also log every call. So next time you call them, you know you can't remember what you guys talked about last time, right? You have to write it down somewhere. You have to write it down in your database, log it. And so next time you call, oh, last time we talked about your kids, your children were going to university. And now you call them, hey, how's everything? How's your children's university life, right? Talk about it and make a note. Every single little small detail counts, okay? Client financial level. Can they afford a $5 million house? I have a $5 million house just went down the market. Maybe this guy knows somebody who can buy this house, right? And opportunity budget, invest for investment. You talk about investment. Clients say, oh, I want to buy investment. Okay, how much are you thinking to spend? But probably $200,000. Write them down. And next time you have an opportunity, just call them. Oh, this guy can want to buy something about 200,000, and call them, right? Offer this opportunity to them. So that's why database is so important. Every time I have to repeat and repeat. So how to collect and build, right? Number one step is to open your cell phone and list everybody in your contact list, put them in an Excel. And don't worry about you know them or not. Probably you have hundreds of phone number and names. You don't even remember who they are, but just put them down. Later on, you categorize them, you call them and talk. If they're not the right person, delete them. And social media, right? You have like probably thousands of followers or who you follow. And open houses. Every time you open house, did you take down people's phone number, right? Put them into your database, send them listings, and you talk to them and ask for what kind of house they're looking for, right? Set up automatic email and send it to them. So by the time they don't like their current realtor, they got into a fight, now you become the next realtor who follow up, and now you have an opportunity. Center of influence and network. You have to go out and meet new people and go to seminars and talk to strangers and getting their phone numbers and website and advertisement and referrals and appointments, right? For people who go to your appointment who doesn't have a realtor, you must put them into your database and follow up is the key, follow up, okay? And you have to ask the right questions about those people, right? What type of property would you like to invest in? For example, a home with 4,000 square feet lot, maximum 25 years near Kerrisdale for self-use, right? Stuff like that, very detailed questions. Where do you prefer to invest? Greater Vancouver, Burnaby, Metro Town, or anywhere in BC, even anywhere in Canada with over 5% cap rate. What is your budget? So you have to know how much they can afford and when to buy. Do you want to buy now, or do you want to buy 6 months later, or do you want to buy as soon as there's a opportunity that matches your requirement? What is your preferred communication method? By phone, by text, email, or even social media, okay? And by the way, I even had an old timer people ask me to fax them. Even though it's very hard to find a fax machine now, we had to go to office and do the fax. But they said, if you have a listing opportunity, fax to me because I don't have email. Okay, so how do you maintain your database? At least call them 4 times a year and send your database a birthday card or Christmas card or something. Newsletters, email newsletter monthly, and providing value, right? They don't want to see junk mail. They want to see something in value, okay? Annual events like birthdays, client appreciation party, New Year, Christmas, whatever you can make excuse of, even your own birthday party, right? You invite all your client, or your pet's birthday party. You can invite all your client with pets, right? Seminars, and do some seminars, maybe go to community center and do some seminars, and you'll probably meet a lot of first-time home buyers, or you have a seminar for pre-sale event or investment opportunity. You can do all sort of seminars. Okay, and there are 4 types of personality of clients that you'll probably seen, and you have to know how to deal with them. Number 1 is a driver. Driver are those people like bosses, right? They are usually the one giving orders. So basically, you deal with them, then you have to go straight forward. They don't want to listen for 10, 20 minutes of nonsense. They just want to go directly to the result, right? So they ask, you answer. So those are the drivers. And expressive. Expressive are the people who likes to talk a lot, express their feelings. Those people, you have to be a good listener. You have to be very patient. If they think you're a very good listener, you're a very good audience, they may like you and may give you business. And number 3 is analytical. Personally, I am analytical because I like to see numbers. I like to see the reasons why you give me this result, why you give me this plan, why you give me this, why you give me that. You have to explain all my questions. You have to show me numbers, show me how you get the results, right? So this kind of type of people don't talk to them about emotions. They don't care, okay? And last one is amiable. Amiable is actually, it's also emotional, expressive, but they're a little bit different from expressive person. They are more, what they call inner, they are more like, for you can see on the top right, these people are like more like artists that they draw. They don't talk a lot, but they're very inside emotional, expresses. One is outgoing. This one is not outgoing. Okay, so they like to use their hand making stuff. If you talk to them about hobby, they probably will talk to you a lot about their hobby, how they make models, how they draw paintings, how they do this, how they do that, they perform. They like to probably singing or perform some acting. Those kind of people. You have to understand which type of person you're dealing with. Okay, so what's working for you? Okay, you have the money to do a lot of advertising, or you have a lot of network to join and meet new people, or you are able to social, right? For me, social is kind of hard. That's why I don't go to a lot of social events. It's not my thing. But for some people, they like to go out and social with a lot of people. You are able to break the ice with people, strangers. That's very important for prospecting. In a party, in a crowd, you're very humor. You make a joke, everybody laughs, everybody likes you. If you're that kind of person, go out, party, party, party. Go out, have fun. Because I remember my first client, first condo client actually was from my friend's party. I went to a party and I started talking to some people. And my friend introduced me to some friends, and then we started to talk about, oh, what are you working on? What do you do? Oh, I'm a realtor. And they starting to get interested. Hey, how's the real estate market? That's the first question everybody will ask, right? And it's so and so, and then they say, oh, I'm looking for a condo. Okay, that's good. That's alert. What's your phone number? Let's give me a phone number, email. I'll send you some listings, right? And then you're starting to talk something about mortgage. Hey, did you get pre-approved by any mortgage? If not, I can help you to do that. And how much are you budgeting at? How many bedrooms are you getting? Where do you want to buy? And then that's my first condo client. So you have to go out and socialize, basically. People like you, they will do business with you, okay? So that is everything for today. And next, we're going to have Eric Wong. I will get Eric Wong here. Hold on a sec. Let me find him. Okay, Eric, you can let me, okay.
Yes.
So now you can share your screen for the PowerPoint.
Okay, just hang on.
Okay, so you click the share screen and then load up your PowerPoint, and then everybody can see it. Okay, perfect. Now Eric, he is one of Luxembourg Realtor. He is very experienced in land development policies. He used to be architect and a city planner in China, and he still works the same industry in Vancouver. So if you have questions regarding development, you can call him after the seminar. Okay, here are his information, phone number and email, and Eric, start. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thanks, Jason, Charles, and Luxembourg Realty's invitation so that I have a chance to share my land development planning experience with you. And I will speak English for today's presentations. If English is not your first language and you have difficulty to understand the technical terms in development land, I will give another presentation on this topic in this afternoon at 4. Please come and join us. 今天的讲座内容我会用中文在今天下午4点再讲解一次，大家可以把 Zoom Meeting 的 ID 和密码抄下来。好的，谢谢大家。
之后还会在群里面发，所以大家也可以在群里面关注。Okay, well, back to English.
Okay, I am Eric Wang. I am a registered professional planner in both Canada and United Kingdom. I received my bachelor degree in architectural design in China and my master degree in city planning in United Kingdom. I have been working at land development and consulting industry for over 20 years. I have more than 13 years of local experience of land use planning and municipal approval in the Lower Mainland. So I specialize in development feasibility study, conceptual design, development approval, and land assembly. So today, my presentation will include the following sections. Let's begin with some land use planning basics. How do you determine whether a property has development potential or not? A number of external and internal signals can give you hints, such as SkyTrain extension, utility upgrade, new land use plan, or development policies. These become your drivers to assemble development land, to submit development application, to rezone or subdivide the properties. However, seeing your neighboring properties being redeveloped for townhouse development does not mean that similar development pattern can be repeated, because each development site is unique. Therefore, we need to have better understanding on the keywords of the land use planning. First is OCP, Official Community Plan. It provides long-term land use of the municipal land. Second, under the OCP is the NCP, Neighborhood Concept Plan. It provides detailed land use, road network, and development density consideration in a neighborhood. Third, zoning bylaw regulates what type of land use can be permitted under the existing zone on the property. A rezoning application is typically required if the proposed land use is not permitted under the existing zone, such as developing townhouse on the single-family lots. The last keyword is development density. Development density can be defined in two ways. One is UPA, number of units per acre. Another is floor area ratio or floor space ratio. We call them FAR or FSR. Now, before you knock at the doors for land assembly, how do you estimate the property values and how do you think about future development density? What would you do? I have seen so many traps and misunderstandings when people purchase development land. I have summarized in below. Many people will go to the city hall and ask the front counter staff on development density. It is absolutely not recommended. The first no-no. Next, ALR land. Please do not buy ALR land unless you want to farm it, like blueberry, strawberry, whatever. Last week, I reviewed 5-acre ALR land for a selling agent. The listing agent indicated the neighboring property is not in the ALR. It sounds a good news to the selling agent. Therefore, it seems this property has development potential for industrial development because it is adjacent to Surrey Campbell High South NCP area, but it is not. I have done a quick research and confirmed with the selling agent that this property cannot be coming out from the ALR. Next, I know most agents will review the land title before writing offers. It is recommended that you should also review the document associated with restricted covenants and right-of-way. I have seen an investor purchase a development site in Langley with 10-meter wide no-build restricted covenant along the south property line, which means this investor has lost 1 acre development land in this 4-acre parcel. You can imagine how much it is. In terms of land, it is over $1 million of loss. But in the future, when it is developed, it is more than that. In the last 5 years, environmental protection became more and more important in development approval. It is very difficult to find a development land without watercourse or ditch in Surrey, Langley, and Abbotsford. Most landowners and investors do not know that offsite watercourse, that means watercourse in your neighboring properties, can also have watercourse setback on their properties. That means somebody's ditch will have impact on your properties. Usually people will do stage 1 environmental report, but remember, stage 1 environmental report cannot help them address this environmental setback issue because it only deals with underground contaminations like underground oil tank, not creek setback. So watercourse and road widening are impacting your development land and development density because development density calculation is generally based on net developable land with certain exemption. Let me use Richmond City Center as an example to tell you about a little bit more on floor area ratio and also saleable floor area. In Richmond City Center, the permitted density is 3 FAR. It can be increased to 4 FAR by providing 1 FAR for commercial retail and office use. In addition, that's the key, 10% of the residential floor area, which is 0.3 FAR, is used for social housing. It means that the developer can only market 2.7 FAR residential plus 1 FAR commercial. Therefore, confirming saleable floor area is very important and essential in your pro forma analysis. In order to reduce and avoid the traps in purchasing development land, you need to have development potential analysis or feasibility study or due diligence report or conceptual design so that you can have a clear pictures to determine land development potential before negotiating with sellers or listing agent. Okay, let's move on to municipal approval. I will focus on 3 key players in land development consulting team. They are urban planner, architect, and civil engineer. Firstly, urban planner will be involved at the early land sale stage, before or after putting your offers to the sellers. Typically, urban planner will prepare a feasibility study report or conceptual design at this stage, helping you to determine development potential at the very beginning, as well as supporting your negotiation with landowner and listing agent. Secondly, urban planner will prepare development application on behalf of your client after the sales is completed or timing is ready for development. Application can include subdivision, rezoning, development permit, and etc. Urban planner can be the lead consultant at this stage and the primary contact with municipal staff regarding the development approval. Thirdly, architect will be involved in the application stage for development permit and building permit. It is detailed design. Finally, civil engineer will be involved for cost estimations at the land sale stage and engineering detailed design at the application stage. After knowing the role of professional in the development approval, let's take a look at the land development process. The key objective of investing development land is to maximize your investor's return. How to achieve this? The first step is to identify the development potential by the feasibility study report. This report can help you to reduce your client's risk in investing development land, such as watercourse setback, approval land use, developable land area, and etc. In addition, conceptual design can also help you to visualize development density for your clients, such as number of units that you can achieve, number of lots that you can create it. After sales completion, your client can have a planning professional to lead the entire application process, which can include the following. The purpose of going through the application process is to increase the development density and reduce development costs. I'm going to give you two examples at the Lower Mainland that I am working on. The first project has a parcel of 8-acre lands with vacant house. It was designed for park and open space in the initial NCP land use planning concept. As we discussed in the very beginning, NCP is the secondary planning document regulating detailed development land use in the neighborhood. The property owner and his real estate agent asked me for help because the current color on their property is green. It's not developable. I have reviewed all the planning documents, including land use concept, environmental assessment, and identified that it is not reasonable to turn my client's developable land into parkland. I communicate with staff and provided my findings and successfully convinced them to change the land use for my client's properties. The development density has been increased from zero to 80 townhouse units and 30 single-family lots. In addition, I have also convinced the staff to reconfigure the road network. Less road dedication means more developable land area and more saleable floor space and less construction costs to my clients. The second project is an apartment project. The developer and his real estate agent requested me to prepare a feasibility study report for 6-lot assembly. My feasibility study report has provided land use analysis and conceptual design, which help my client to understand its development potential, as well as his real estate agents to estimate saleable floor area before they removed the subjects and completed the sales. In addition, I submitted a subdivision, rezoning, and development permit application to the city. My planning rationale in the application package has convinced the staff to support my development proposal to increase building height from 4-story apartment to 5-story apartment. It is another example to increase development density. My client has gained an additional 25,000 square feet floor area and 32 dwelling units, which are not the social housing density bonus in this project. Now let's move on to discuss some of the recent change on the land development policy and understand what do they mean to you and your clients. In the past 5 to 10 years, municipal governments are using development cost charges, community amenity contribution, density bonus, rezoning, development permits as tools to achieve cities' objectives of providing more social housing units, building more rental apartments, creating more family dwelling units instead of studio or 1-bedroom units. You can see the percentage requirements in some of the case. Creating more daycare centers, commercial retail, and office space, acquiring land for park, and constructing multi-use pathway for cyclists and pedestrians. I will give you a couple examples on this. I believe most of you have learned that the sales of Beach Tower at Vancouver. There are 4 rental towers located at English Bay. Sometimes people ask me whether existing rental apartment site has development potential without demolishing the existing building. Yes, this is a good example. When the West End Community Plan adopted in 2013, the city of Vancouver called for increasing rental housing stock in this neighborhood. Right after the plan adoption, the previous owners submitted a rezoning application which proposed to increase the floor area ratio, increase the density, to accommodate additional residential housing units. The rezoning application was approved. The permitted development density for this CD zone has been increased from 3.3 FSR to 4.1 FSR. This conceptual design on the right shows the additional 133 rental housing units in green. The second example of rezoning application is also located at West End. This proposal intended to provide one-to-one replacement of existing market rental units to social housing units so that the applicants can use the density to increase building heights from 130 feet to 300 feet. When you are helping your clients to purchase this type of development project, you need to be clear that 25% of the gross floor area is used for social housing, and city will own this unit in pink. The remaining 75% of the gross floor area in blue is market residential, which is sellable. The third example of rezoning application is the Polygon Kingsley project at Richmond. It is built already. I guess some of you may sell or buy some of the townhouse units for your clients. This site has been vacant for many years since Steveston High School merged with London High School. Let me tell you how much efforts that Polygon has made on this rezoning application. Polygon has dedicated 5 acres of 12 acre land for community park, constructed 5,500 square feet daycare center, and transferred to non-profit organization for operation and management. Provided 12 dwelling units for social housing. As a return, city has allowed Polygon to increase the development density from 0.55 FAR to 0.76 FAR. So it is a huge increase and a lot of contributions from the developer perspective. But you can see that in this project, city has the benefit, the community has the benefit, the developers has the benefit. So it is a win-win solution to all the player in these applications. So finally, I'm going to speak on my last sections, keys to close your sales of development land. Based on my 13 years of local experience as a registered professional planner, I found that it is very important to involve urban planner in the following stage. Before you putting an offer, it is recommended to have the planner to review your development site. After your offer is accepted, a feasibility report and conceptual design are recommended. It is a large chance to reduce your investors' risk on development land before they remove the subjects. After sales is completed, it is your client's choice to submit development application for rezoning, subdivision, and development permit. If the development condition is ready to go. So after COVID-19, we need to be proactive with new solution to the market change. For residential land developers, it is necessary to consider home buyers' demands after COVID-19. I believe COVID-19 will become a driver of creating new housing floor plans because people's demands will change and people need more space for home office and other purpose of the use. For those agents working with development land investors, it is recommended to keep yourself updated with current municipal plans and housing policies to think about whether your recommendation on development site is consistent with municipal plans and policies. Beach towers at English Bay, we discussed previously, is a good example of increasing development potential and density because its rezoning application has met Vancouver's policy for providing more rental housing. Last, I noticed that many development applications have been delayed in the approval process recently due to COVID-19. So be prepared if your client is considering to submit a development applications. You have to budget the delays as well. So that's all for today. It is a friendly reminder that I will give another presentation on this topic this afternoon at 4 in Chinese. Please come and join us. 今天的讲座内容我会用中文在今天下午4点的时候跟大家再讲解一次。大家可以把 Zoom meeting 的 ID 和密码抄下来。Thank you very much for your time. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. And I'm also in Luxmore Realty's WeChat group. You can add me in WeChat or WhatsApp. Thank you very much.
谢谢 Eric. Thank you, Eric. So everybody, if you need any help on development, you can reach out to Eric. And yeah, that's all for today. And the next training will be 2 weeks, same time, Thursday. And if you need any help or questions, you can call me or call Eric. Thank you. Bye, everybody. Have a great week.
Thank you.